when we play Bombazo, from the north side of Puerto Rico, esa domine, esa domine, esa domine, mi Salvador de Lima, güey, esa, lo que me dice, antes soy yo, soy una voz divina, desde lo que me llamo, soy una voz divina, desde lo que me llamo, soy una voz. No, Kwembe, one word, three different rhythms. So when you're playing an ensemble like this, and the thing is called Kwembe, you've been seeing all these people coming into this area right here and doing body movement, right? And we call this area Bate, which is a indigenous Taino word meaning this is how history was kept among our people for many, many generations.
Of this mural, Mr. Najar Musawir, good friend, SIU professor, arts supporter, arts activist, just genuine human being. He's going to tell us about the mural this afternoon.
First, I'd like to thank AfriCaribe, for being here today, having them elevate my mural.
Yes. Yes.
I believe that when I worked on the mural, it's like working on music. I have to deal with tones, composition, certain rhythms. There's certain things that happens within the work. You know, I could easily took the line of the Ndebele design that's coming across with the triangular colors. That came out of South Africa. And I could have just made it straight across, but it has a wave, a subtle wave. And I want the hand to be present, so I try not to create I didn't even shoot a projection on it. I could have shot a projection and made everything really neat. I actually took a long stick with a piece of charcoal and I sketched it. And as I continue to work on it, I constantly try to remember that it's not for me that I'm doing this for, it's for the community. And it was amazing how many people from the community came through. To give you an example of how it impacted me as a visual artist, I didn't even know the former owner of the business name they called him Bear. There was elderly people in the community that drove past together and said, "Hey, is that Bear?" And I said, "No, that's Charles." I said, they said, "No, that's Bear." That's what everybody called him, right? Yeah. And so, and even matter of fact, while I was here, people drove past and told me that there was a blues singer. I think a Twist. His name was Twist.
Big Twist.
What's his name? And he actually did a song where he mentions Bear Barbershop. He don't call it Arnett Barbershop. He called in the song called it the Bear Barbershop. So I learned, I constantly was learning that word bear meant so much that I had to put it into the painting. Because then, I mean, people in the community who knows him well and know the history will be able to relate to it. And another thing that I thought was interesting, that the wall for years had graffiti on it. And the wall was just constantly changing with graffiti. And over here to your right, in the corner, there's some bricks you see, they look like it has been sprayed with graffiti on it. I want to leave that history of that wall there. Just as she spoke about the history of the music. There's certain things we do in the music. Matter of fact, my wife even taught me how to do folklore dance.
Yes, those machetes.
And so the whole idea of knowing how important history is in the context of the visual arts and the performing arts is a necessity for our community. If we fail to communicate in that way, we lose a lot. And all this history and all really, when people look at murals, they say they feel something. And when I hear the music today, I feel something. It makes me want to run back to my studio, pull out a big piece of canvas or paper and start just drawing and just go crazy on it. And guess what? I play music while sometimes when I paint. I have my paintbrush, I'm playing music, and I'm moving to the music. And so the whole idea of this relationship between music and the visual arts, I am honored to be here and to be able to say a few words, not on my behalf, but on behalf of the gentleman who allowed me to do this, which is Kent Mason, who's the owner of the Barbershop, who took over after Bear had passed, and now young Jay is now coming in and help managing and taking care of the Barbershop. The Barbershop been here 80 years. Yes.
Yep.
80 years. Meaning can you imagine all the stories that could be told? And throughout 80 years, you know what? No shooting, no fighting, nobody, no troubles. And only people, we go in there, we laugh, we talk, and maybe we put some money together to help up with different projects, help the kids when they go back to school if they need anything. The Barbershop is a place of safe haven. And that's what I named the piece, Safe Haven. I don't want to be long-winded, but I just want to thank Art Space 304, which is an art organization who supports the arts as a whole, the visual, the performance, the literary arts. And I also want to thank Arts Alliance, which takes care of the state. And they've done a wonderful job as well. And so with that, I want to say to you all, thank you for being who you are, because who you are means a lot to those who live next to you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
To run away, the building of that stamina, do the dance. 4, 5, 6, 7, again, and 1. You have to build that body movement kind of memory. You know, the body needs to. One of the hard things about playing piano is that it takes a while for the body to create that. The same thing with percussion. The body needs to get used to it and memorize it so it is able to do it.
María Luisa, llévame contigo a la playa. María Luisa, no te